Why, hello.
Hello.
How are we today?
How's our Wednesday? Is everybody bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? Ashley and I went to sleep at like 2 a.m. and woke up at 7 and then at 8.
And then 9 and then 10. It's just
No,
been,
we were up by 10.
It's been so much fun. Umo and Arco and Vidor.
Welcome in.
I think that
man,
is
every time, I swear it.
GSAT maybe. How are we today?
Yeah.
Also, Invisible Chris. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
I forget, and then because we start streaming, and then I'm like, okay, everybody's here, and then you say that, and then I remember, oh, Chris, we love you so much.
We do.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, how is our Wednesday treating us? Is it feeling like a Wednesday? Are we hoping it's Friday? Does it feel like a Monday? Like where are we at?
I feel like overall there hasn't been any like crazy detrimental like film news.
That's exciting.
So that's good. Yes, doing well.
Doing well.
Love to hear that.
So good to hear it.
What's up, Jacob? For
Thank
some
you.
reason I cannot see.
I know I can't see. Wait, how did you see Jacob?
I have this other chat.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
weird.
you need to pull up live chat.
It's doing top.
It's doing top.
We hate that.
I don't know. Yeah, honestly, no. I have this other one pulled up.
Young Palace, hello, welcome in.
What's up, Young Palace? I'm just going to be between two browsers.
Yeah, this
honestly,
is weird.
I'm not really sure what's going on, but this is a vibe. This is going to be fun. Good day, Umo. Hello, Jacob. Such a nice post from the Adobe Live team. I completely
They're
agree.
wonderful.
I think it's because I'm watching a different VOD, which is what's happening. Ha 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 ha. Ha,
That doesn't make any sense.
It's because I'm watching. I have a different thing pulled up, so I'm not wrong. Young Palace, it's great to see you.
Oh, so
how's
like they
it
weren't even
going?
here. I see.
No, I'm being myself.
First time streamers.
Yeah, first time.
Just kidding. We've been doing this for 8 years, you guys. They're just okay. Okay.
I like the hoodie, Arco says.
Yeah, thank you. Ashley has a pink one.
You also have a pink one.
I also have a pink one, and every
Yeah.
single time I'm super cold and I put this thing on and I'm like, I am so good. And then I sit in these chairs and I immediately regret my decision.
Hi, Dino.
Dino, hello. Welcome in. How are you doing? How is your Wednesday?
Yes. Tell us everything. I'm Ashleigh. This is Courtney. We're CA in LA. Courtney and Ashleigh in Los Angeles. We're best friends, filmmakers, musicians.
And variety streamers.
What's up, Jacob? How's your day?
Jacob, for real.
For real.
You're probably like, what?
I
Don't worry
know.
about it. Hi.
I was talking to a VOD.
It's very good to see you. It's not
Yeah.
the first time that's happened to somebody and will not be the last.
Will not be the last.
Right.
That's for sure. But yeah, we've been really doing a ton. Oh, Chris! Hello? It's great to see you, Chris. Welcome to the chat.
Now, for what it's worth, I didn't get it on my chat, but Ashley got it in her pop out. So, and if you've said something else since then, we haven't seen it, but we got the hello.
We got the hello. And that's what's really, really important.
That is, because it's going to be a slow trickle.
Yeah.
We're just going to slowly get more of the conversation.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Today, we can see you. Today, we're going to be going over a bunch of...
I can't. but
Of
Ashley can, yeah.
film news. We're going to be talking about what's new. Hi, JC.
Hi, JC.
How are you? Happy Wednesday. I see no Chris.
Yeah, I don't see Chris
Okay,
either.
it's just going to be me. It's just going to be me that can see Chris, but Chris is represented, and I will respond to Chris.
I will respond to Chris too.
Yeah.
I'll bounce between both.
Yeah. But we're going to be going over some film news. We're going to be talking about new releases. And then Courtney is going to do a demo on some effects in Premiere because we really didn't get to go over it a couple weeks ago. So why not revisit it and go a little bit more in depth, because there's a lot of stuff in Premiere that can help your workflow and can just pizzazz.
I want to save you some sleep. I want to save you some keyframe headaches, you know?
Ooh, keyframes.
We just don't need to do that.
Hi,
we don't
Jack.
need to do any of that. I'm going to save you some time of not having to use After Effects unless you really want to do that. Then that's cool too. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. For these things. Other things, you'll absolutely have to use After Effects.
JC can see
sees
Chris.
Chris.
But Chris did
Hi,
say
Jack.
Arco can't see me with 4 crying faces.
Wait, what happened? Chris said what?
Arco can't see me
I
with 4
know.
crying faces.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. But there's some really cool news with the Academy. The Academy has made new rules for the Oscars starting in 2026, 2027 season. So this year, a bunch of these things go into effect. And we only are highlighting a couple that have to do with AI. But it's really exciting that the Academy of all places is like, yes, we are going to adapt to things.
Good for them.
Yeah. Hi, Uma.
Hi, Uma. Hello again. Good to see you. I'm feeling
Uma.
better. Dino says had a fever of 38.9 yesterday, but
Oh,
I'm feeling better.
no.
I'm so glad. We just said to Uma, the sick ick is going around, and we are so happy that both of you are feeling a little bit better today.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness, Dan.
Wade?
Dino.
Hello?
Hi, Wade. Happy day.
Happy day.
How are you? Let's go ahead and dive into the slides, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. So that Courtney has some time.
Oh, it's okay.
We love giving Courtney time. JC, okay, if everyone goes to the top of the chat and make sure that you have live chat clicked and not just
Yes.
top chat. YouTube does this weird thing sometimes where you have to click live chat to see everyone. Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, see, I've toggled between the two, and I still don't see Chris.
Scroll
but that's
down.
okay. Oh, no, I do see him now. Chris? I think you're here. I think I see you too now.
Doing well.
So glad to hear that. That's amazing.
Very happy to hear that. Okay, let's jump into this. So we are in. Did you have something to say?
No, just we're in our 9th week. That's crazy.
So our week 8 challenge was tell us where you see yourself in 5 years. I know this is going to come as a surprise to some of you. Yay, I'm more visible. Yes,
Yay,
you are, Chris.
Chris.
But outside of film, Courtney and I do have hobbies outside of art. We are multidisciplinary artists, so we do pottery and needle felt and painting and digital painting and drawing and wood burning and crochet. And then we also really enjoy gardening. Courtney maintains our inside fancy plants, and I maintain our outside grow tent, vegetables,
Food.
and fruit, food, etc. Also growing one flower in there, just one. We'll see how she goes. But we need some blue flowers because we have a lot of pink flowers right now.
Right. Nothing wrong with that, but yes.
And
I
so
agree.
where we see ourselves in 5 years is right here.
That's it. I also see us with healthy blood flows, heartbeats, and minimal stress.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I see us in 5 years in that place as well.
Good.
But you'll certainly see 2 hands popping up from plants with a thumbs up.
That's right. We love our plants.
Uma, we didn't either. And it's slowly happened over time because we've killed a lot of plants to get there. And a lot of people who have gardens and own plants have also traveled through that. So everyone starts out not very good, but you get one plant, you keep it alive, and then you get overconfident and you get 10, and then you start killing them, and then eventually you learn, and then they all start living. Except Ashleigh's. Her garden has been thriving. So
Well, she's having some problems right now, but it's because when we were gone for NAB, I didn't top water them, and they need to be top and bottom watered. And I did the bottom water with a makeshift sponge and plastic tray situation, but we're in recovery. We are feeding them Epsom salt and water, and they're going to heal and come back.
they can come back.
And right now, my biggest plant is the bell pepper, and the bell pepper is the size of my hand, which is very exciting.
It is very exciting.
I don't even really like bell peppers like that, but I do now.
You will, yeah.
I do now.
Because they're great.
That's how you'll start to like vegetables, is that you
grow them.
You grow them.
And you
because
have to like them then.
You have to. Yeah, like I planted like 16 green beans plants. I don't even like green beans like that, but my friend was like, Ashleigh, you're getting ready early for a green bean casserole for Thanksgiving. And I was like, that's it. Thank you, Uma. Thank you. Yeah, praying
you.
for the plants. We need them.
Always.
So that being said, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Doesn't have to be anything crazy.
Yeah.
Or what's something that you hope for?
Maybe it's just like the same.
Yeah.
You know, that like nothing's gone bad. We're just, there's nothing wrong with just wanting
Enjoying the peace of mind
simplicity
or-
and
yeah.
peace. And JC's going to have like 35 more books published.
That's right.
Chris mayhaps have a pug as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like all of these options.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot can happen in 5 years.
Maybe we'll have another studio album. I'm not really sure.
Whoa.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Who knows?
You just never know.
That's true.
So we're going to leave y'all to answer that, whether that's your 5-year plan or our chat question, what's the best horror movie?
Arco. Oh my God.
Arco says, in 5 years, I hope to be spam and partially silenced like Chris.
Oh my God.
That's fair. Totally. I don't know that I'm the best person to answer what the best horror movie is,
I'm not either, and that's why it's a chat question.
but
I want to hear what y'all think.
I would say the best worst horror movie that I've ever seen
Oh.
has to be Quarantine. It came out in like 2008 or 2009. I just remember seeing it in a theater full of people that were just not having this movie at all.
Were they laughing?
They were, and it was like a full-on commentary because the whole audience had leaned into the fact of how absurd this film was. And so about halfway in, it just becomes an audience commentary. So it went from
So it was
being
fun.
a partially scary movie that's supposed to be a horror to just extraordinary 10 out of 10 experience.
Okay, Jacob says The Thing.
Ooh, what's
As
the thing about?
Yes, and then Chris says best horror movie is Insidious. Best horror comedy is Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
Ooh,
And Young Pal says Get Out. That one's so good.
Get Out is extraordinary.
Yeah.
Get Out
I haven't seen any of the other ones.
redefined the genre, in my opinion. It was just one of those films that, like, who knew Jordan Peele was cooking like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good.
And continues to do so.
Truly.
Bless him.
He's really come up in my life a lot over the last week. Same with Don Cheadle.
I was like, and?
Don Cheadle. It's so random. Just it really becomes a through line.
Yeah.
So please continue to answer in chat what your favorite best horror movie is, whether it's real or not.
I love the consistency in your life of just the through lines.
Yeah.
It's great.
Ooh, Hereditary and the menu.
Oh my gosh, the menu is so unhinged. Love it. We own that one.
Loved the menu. 1982 is kind of like a body snatcher / alien that can mutate into people movie. Okay, so kind of like there's sorry to ruin it for you guys. There's a TV show with Ashton Kutcher in it, and it's on Hulu. I think it's a Ryan Murphy concept, but that's kind of it. Is that like they take the form of people, but they're aliens?
Yeah, something like that.
But different than
they're not real.
Men in Black. Sorry to ruin that for you guys too.
I think it's in the trailer that they're not.
And people trying to figure out who's the real humans. Is there a part of the menu that resonates with you, Vidor? I also don't want to like spoil it, but so good. What a great movie. And the color grade on that.
I mean, all the
so
performances,
extraordinary.
just everything.
Yeah. Nicholas Hoult does an extraordinary job being like that guy.
He really does.
Yeah. Thank you for jumping in chat and answering. And if y'all have any horror films or where you see yourself in 5 years, please feel free to jump in. It will not be interrupting. We love hearing from you.
Correct.
Okay, let's talk about what's new on streaming. There really isn't a ton this week, but I found some. So what is with the reboots? So Animal Farm in theaters as a animated comedy, but Lord of the Flies, this is not a comedy. This is very much drama and BBC led. So take that for what you will. I think that means it's going to be better. So this is a drama. It's 4 episodes. I'm really excited to see this cast because I didn't recognize anybody, and it just gives this cast of children and unknowns an opportunity to really pop up. Maybe not to the same capacity and caliber that Stranger Things did and have, but Adolescence, the lead in Adolescence, really took off after that concept received a lot of fanfare. It is going to really be dependent on marketing, but Lord of the Flies, it relates the tale of a group of British boys who become stuck on a tropical island that is unoccupied and who gradually slide into anarchy as social conventions disappear and attempts to rule responsibly fail. This released on May 4th on Netflix. All 4 episodes dropped. Chris says, I watched the new Lord of the Flies for a show with all children actors. It was pretty solid.
That's great.
Yeah, I've heard really, really great things about this. So highly recommend this if you're looking for something heavy. Citadel had no idea that this was still going. This is season 2. It is a spy thriller. It's 7 episodes, dropped all today on Amazon Prime, and it is following 1 month after the season 1 finale. Citadel spies Mason Kane, Nadia Sin, and Bernard are in hiding and hunted by Manticore, forcing them back into action to stop a catastrophic technology from being unleashed by billionaire Paulo Braga while navigating fractures within their own team. So basically, all you need to know is that it's a spy thriller that has a sizable budget on Amazon Prime. With these people coming down the stairs. MIA. So this isn't really being talked about at all. I don't know if it's because it's on Paramount Plus, but MIA, it's a crime drama, 9 episodes. All episodes are going to be released tomorrow. And restless in the Florida Keys, Etta Tiger Jones dreams of life in Miami's glittering kingdom. But when her family's drug-running business shatters in tragedy, she embarks on a dangerous journey through Miami's neon-lit underbelly.
I'm immediately partial to the color palette.
Yeah, this show looks really, really beautiful. It's also women-led, women-created, so highly, highly recommend checking this out. And then, like Court said, it's based in Miami, so there's a lot of vibrant colors. The color palette looks really, really good. So definitely check this out if you're looking for something off the beaten path.
Love it. I also love that they match. That was great.
I'm pretty
costume design. Ooh.
Yeah, this is also,
well, of course it's intentional, but like to the story.
This is also created by some of the Ozark creators. Ooh. So you know that the storyline is going to be really, really solid.
Yeah. And the cinematography is going to be great.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Maybe a little dark, but beautiful. Or intense. I don't know. Okay. So next, Dan Stevens' next role is in The Terror, Devil in Silver. This is the 3rd season. It is a horror thriller episodic, which will be released weekly starting tomorrow on AMC Plus and Shudder. So that's a really fun collaboration.
Yeah.
Shudder, for those of you that don't know, that is where you can go see all things horror. So for all of our horror fans, go check out Shudder. It's extraordinary. You get a lot of indie horror concepts, films, stories. Okay, so this is about a working class moving man finds himself wrongfully committed to New Hyde Psychiatric Hospital, where he must contend with patients working against him, doctors harboring grim secrets, and perhaps the devil himself.
And just another shout out to Legion, which Dan Stevens is also in. That was an older show, but if y'all haven't seen that,
check it out.
Masterpiece.
It's good.
It's very good. And a similar-ish storyline. Not at all, but like, there's similarities.
Are you seeing a theme with crime? So Legends, it's a crime drama, 6 episodes. All of the episodes will be released tomorrow on Netflix. Customs agents go undercover to infiltrate Britain's most dangerous drug gangs, following a thrilling criminal investigation based on extensive research and interviews with those involved in the top secret operation. So crime is really, really on the meta right now. How are we feeling about crime dramas? Crime thrillers? Crime?
I think it depends. Like if we're following crime based off of the POV of the investigative team, they can just be overdone. But if we're following it from the Ring itself, I think that there's a lot more rich storytelling that could happen there. So it just depends on where we're coming at it from, I think.
Interesting. I see.
Yeah.
Shudder and AMC not available here. Okay, Uma, thank you for that note. I will be sure to check on that in the future.
Arco likes crime.
I like crime. Yeah, I wonder if we're at a point that it's just becoming too much or overdone. So
Right.
that's what I'm intrigued by, because a lot of these new concept, everything is crime related.
Yes.
Except Amadeus, which it has Will Sharp and Paul Bettany in this, but it is a historical drama, 5 episodes, which will be released weekly on Fridays on Stars. And this is following Amadeus and the exploits of him and Mozart. After arriving in Vienna, Austria in the 18th century, the musical genius meets a young singer who becomes his wife, as well as a court composer who becomes his bitter rival.
Okay. Oh, it's a movie.
It is not a movie.
No, it's not.
It is a
Okay.
5-episode series, limited series on Stars that will be released
there just
weekly
is
on
a movie.
Fridays.
Got
There
it.
is. The thing that's been really interesting in developing these episodes is that almost everything has another project that's attached to it from the 80s or the 90s. I don't know that any of these are truly original concepts. We're doing a lot of reboots, and we're
Right.
doing a lot of things that are based off of books or TV series that are based off movies. So again, I'm not really sure how I feel about that we're not leaning into original ideas. We're just rehashing old stuff, not commenting on Amadeus, because this looks really interesting. And go off making a historical musical doc.
Books to movies are the exception to that, because that's just a completely different medium. Also, Vidor says Arco in his crime era is known as Darko. I love that.
Love.
That's great.
Okay, so also new on streaming. This is confusing because when we've gone to theaters in the last couple weeks, we've seen this trailer in theaters, but it's actually only going to be limited in theaters, but predominantly on Netflix. This is going to be available on Netflix on Friday. It's called Remarkably Bright Creatures. This is a mystery based off a book. Its runtime is 1 hour and 51 minutes, and it is about a New England mayor trying to boost tourism on his island, and he must navigate the strange events suggesting it might be cursed. But honestly, it's mostly about this octopus, which if you watched My Octopus Friend, my octopus teacher.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, they're so smart, and I love them. I love octopus so much that I have one tattoo
That's right.
because they're so smart.
Something else I've seen a trailer for. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, it's really wonderful that is getting out there. And I hope that there's more of that. So in theaters, look at these posters that have really similar colors. Mortal Kombat 2, which is an action adventure coming in at 1 hour and 56 minutes, follows Johnny Cage joining other fighters in the ultimate no-holds-barred battle to defeat a dark rule of a powerful tyrant who threatens the very existence of the Earth realm and its defenders. A lot of people are very hyped for this, and the early reviews look promising. Next is The Neglected, featuring Josh Duhamel. And
Okay.
it's an adventure clocking in at 1 hour 33 about a serial killer that walks into a police station and tells Detective Shaw that he has less than 9 hours to solve 3 murders. If successful, he'll tell Shaw the location of his kidnapped son.
Okay.
Okay. And
Dylan
then
Sprouse. Look at him go.
is that Dylan Sprouse?
It is.
Oh, good for you, bud.
Working.
Billie Eilish, this concert documentary is co-directed between Billie Eilish and James Cameron, and comes in at 1 hour 54 minutes.
So
and
interesting.
I know it is accompanying her 3D concert that was filmed in Manchester. So very interested to see this. I know. And then I'm sorry, Billie Eilish and James Cameron, what a collab. Okay, and then lastly in theaters is The Sheep Detectives. It is a family-friendly mystery comedy clocking it in 1 hour 49. Every night a shepherd reads aloud a murder mystery, pretending his sheep can understand.
James Cameron. That's correct. I know. Yes.
Yeah, like Avatar, James Cameron with Billie Eilish. Someone was like, what was the payday? So The Sheep Detectives. Every night a shepherd reads aloud a murder mystery, pretending his sheep can understand. When he is found dead, the sheep realize at once that it was a murder, and they think they know everything about how to go about solving it. I won't lie to you, I am very interested in this. And when it comes out, I might watch it, because what absurdity. The Sheep Detectives. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Original
It's
ideas.
What an FH.
Yeah, just.
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting.
I love that for them.
Yeah, great.
Okay. And
It's original, I think.
I think. Let's talk some film news. So Devil Wears Prada 2 was seen as a box office success. It grossed $233 million plus worldwide. This was Meryl Streep's highest debut film, which I was really surprised by.
That is very surprising.
Here's the thing, though, is that the budget was estimated to be $100 million, with $80 million additionally spent on marketing. However, this is the second highest grossing film of 2026, right behind Project Hail Mary. It's advertised for kids in the Netherlands and dubbed only in theaters.
Oh.
I just happened to see it while looking for new movies. So
you've seen it?
The sheep one?
Yeah.
The Sheep Detectives? I know, after all that, right? It's fascinating how different concepts, depending on who the cast and who the directors and what the narrative is, get billed as either success or as a failure.
But also, this one has nostalgia on its side.
Yeah, but 180 million leveraged against 233 million worldwide. I don't want to be the negative Nancy.
I mean, it's not great, but it is in the green at least.
Yeah, it's on its way to being profitable. The Odyssey trailer dropped out of nowhere on Monday night on the Stephen Colbert show. This is Nolan's 13th film. His last film was Oppenheimer, that little indie film that you might remember that was up against Barbie. This is the first narrative film to be entirely filmed on IMAX. It is interesting watching how there's word gymnastics on all of these marketings. But the audience reaction is very interesting. And the main sentiment is, how interesting is it that all of the actors decided to use American accents for the Odyssey? Cool. So this will be in theaters July 17th, and tickets have been on sale for almost a year now because it was a big marketing gimmick. So it is going to be a really beautiful epic, and maybe one of the last that we ever see in theaters. Hopefully not.
That is such a sad statement, Ashleigh.
I know, but
also, I wonder if we're focused on accents, what a phrase that people say in film is that if you're noticing this, then we didn't do our job. If something like the Odyssey is, but accents, I mean, it is people speaking, so it is kind of a big thing, but I don't know. Ooh.
Oh, it's not at all weird that you're looking forward to the Odyssey.
No, not at all.
It looks really, really epic. It's stunning. Like, this is going to be a very large film, like possibly this is going to be the biggest film before Dune comes out. And like, I'm really, really thankful that we have epics that are still being invested in and being distributed theatrically. So
I need the budget.
Definitely.
I need to know.
The budget right now is unlimited, and yeah,
right. So like, I need to know when all is said and done, what is the final number?
Totally. American accents, I hope they're all regional. I know, Wade, fascinating to hear how all of that continues to play out, because Nolan's been very tight-lipped about what has been released about this film. I know the Reddit thread was littered with Bostonian speak of them just taking the trailer and translating it.
Oh my gosh.
Into Bostonian.
Amazing.
White Lotus 4, season 4 will revolve around two competing film teams arriving at the Cannes Film Festival with projects in competition. It is filming right now and taking place in France around the Cannes Film Festival. Notably, Helena Bonham Carter recently left the cast and Laura Dern replaced her. Currently, the budget is set at $120 million and there is no release date.
That is so much money. Oh my gosh.
I know.
But at least it's episodic, so that's stretched a little. But
yeah, and it's a huge cast, so
yeah, it is.
We will see how this turns out. Longlegs 2, for all of our horror fans, has landed a January 14th, 2028 release date for the sequel. It will be set in the same universe, with writer-director Osgood Perkins returning and Nick Cage confirmed to star and produce. It is expected to have a higher budget than the original, which was about $10 million. Isn't that wild?
Yes.
We're talking about 120 million for White Lotus, and then Long Legs. Long Legs really, really did well last year, and glad to see that not only is it well received and being renewed for a second, but also getting a larger budget.
And also still possible to make a movie for 10 million and under.
That's right.
Thank you for telling us that.
Yes. CBS is bringing back season 4 of their show Tracker to LA to take advantage of some California tax credits. So they will be getting about 50 million in California tax credits to film season 4, which will take place over 2026 to 2027 here in Los Angeles. It is an action drama which follows a lone wolf survivalist helping citizens. So this is really, really great news for LA.
Yay.
I don't know if y'all have heard, but Vine is back. Vine is back, called Divine, and it is going to be the same format as OG Vine, featuring 6-second clips. The caveat to this Vine is that everything is going to be verified. They haven't really disclosed how, other than it will be verified to confirm that no AI has been used, and this is all human made. You do have to click a box that says that you agree that all of the content that you will be uploading as a user will be not AI, will all be human generated. This also has an archive of over 500,000 OG Vines. Jack Dorsey, who was the former Twitter CEO, is deeply involved and invested in this, and you are available to download it and join the waitlist through app stores.
Incredible.
So that's exciting. We have to update a video now. Yesterday, The Bear released a surprise and special episode called Gary, and it's following these two characters, Mikey and Richie, on a trip to Gary, Indiana. The episode precedes the first season of The Bear, which takes place after Mikey's death, which is a huge catalyst of the story. And season 5 will be the final season and will premiere in the summer of this year.
Has anybody watched The Bear or has kept up with it, and it is a show that you really enjoy? Ashleigh and I loved season 1. I did not know there were that many seasons. Woo.
We tend to really like first seasons of shows, and then something happens in season 2.
Something happens, yeah.
Talking about the Academy, this is really, really exciting news. So the Academy has officially clarified that any performance nominated for an acting award must be demonstrably performed by a human. Now, in the case of Adrien Brody using AI to help him with his accent, that and other cases like that will be reviewed on a case-by-case basis. But also, to be eligible for the screenwriting Oscar, your script must be human authored, and this is in line with what the WGA has just instituted as their set of rules.
I'm very glad that this is put in writing, but oh my gosh, the fact that it has to be put in writing. First seasons are usually the best. Yeah,
I agree with that.
I agree. The Bear just got brighter and less grungy, which is kind of what made the show what it was, but anyway.
Yeah, watch seasons 1 and 2, Wade says. Uma, watch The Bear.
And Wade,
Uma
why have you stopped at 2?
hasn't seen it. So Wade, Adrien Brody for The Brutalist, he was saying that he could not accurately portray the Hungarian accent. And so they did use some AI to help him have a more Hungarian accent. So this was extremely controversial last year.
He won Best Performance.
Yeah, he won Best Performance. And so part of the feedback was, if you are winning Best Performance, you should not have had the aid of that when the accent is a huge part of your character.
Right. Which I agree.
Yeah.
And Umo, no chance for the dog in Anatomy of a Fall then. That dog did such an incredible job. I cannot believe. It's just,
Loved that dog.
and Anatomy of a Fall is just an exceptional movie anyway, but the dog acting is, so good.
But Wade, that stipulation, it was applied to his voice recording. Yeah. And so he recorded it in the capacity that he could, and then it's not disclosed how much the AI was used, and they Well, the reason you probably missed it is that they tried to cover the controversy, but there was like a little note or something in the credits that had said that AI was used. And when people went digging, they found out that it was used specifically for his performance. And then when asked about it, he was like, how can you expect me to master that specific dialect? That's really difficult on top of acting.
So everyone's like, well, that is part of the job.
Yeah. And then everyone watched Heated Rivalry and were like, what do you mean that you're not Russian, Connor?
Right.
So yeah, it definitely broaches a conversation, a really, really large conversation.
Also, Jodie, help me.
Oh, from...
Yes. Hold on.
Killing Eve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That girl can accent Jodie Comer.
Oh, yeah?
She can accent her pants off. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah.
Killing Eve, Jodie Comer. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it either.
Such a great job with accents.
So, yeah, Wade, same page.
Yeah, feel that, right?
I don't think that should have happened, but anyway.
Yeah, but that's what happens when there's a new technology and there's not a lot of rules and there's not a lot of legislation and that people really don't know about it. So... okay, and to wrap up my segment, Paramount Skydance is acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery in a landmark transaction valued at approximately $111 billion, making this one of the largest mergers in media history. In case you missed it, the Warner Brother Discovery shareholder vote on Thursday, April 23rd to approve the company's acquisition by Paramount Skydance passed. So it is going forward, even though there was a petition featuring over 4,000 Hollywood vets across acting, producing, directing, screenwriting, and so on that said, hey, this is going to ruin the industry. And then Warner Brothers shareholders were like, we don't care. Money. But hilariously, Warner Brother shareholders did reject a separate measure that outlined post-merger payments for company executives, which included a $500 million plus package for David Zaslav.
Yeah, thanks. I hate it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thanks. I hate it is the sentiment, and then also, LOL, that there was a separate vote that everyone was like, nah, no money for you. Where is all that money going? That's a great question, Uma. So the FCC is actually doing a review right now, and they kicked off their review on May 5th, on Sunday, with a focus on the deal's foreign investment components. So far, the only Democratic commissioner on the FCC flagged national security concerns, noting that the sovereign wealth funds from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi are pouring $24 billion into a company that ultimately will control CBS and CNN, leaving the merger entity at almost 50% foreign owned.
Doesn't it feel good that American news stations are being funded by other countries? Feels good.
Clever.
Hi.
So several Democratic senators have echoed these concerns, warning that the deal creates real potential for foreign influence over American media and access to U.S. viewer data. But a group of Paramount Plus subscribers in California have filed a private antitrust lawsuit in the California federal court, arguing that the Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery merger violates Section 7 of the Clayton Antitrust Act by lessening competition. Now, at first look, this doesn't seem very significant. However, because of the way that the suit was brought across, and because the suit is claiming that the combined company, which would control 24% of theatrical distribution market, now would have the incentive to raise streaming prices, produce fewer films, shrink release slates, and lock down distribution through exclusivity deals. This is causing a huge wrinkle that was not anticipated. So subscribers are hoping that the courts will block the merger before it takes effect.
So maybe there's hope?
Maybe there is hope.
Oh, thank you for the silver lining.
That's right. This is extraordinary work on behalf of everybody.
Santa Fe, what's up? How are you doing? We were having a great day. How was your day?
Yes, the Film Network from 1976, still totally relevant then.
Oh, yeah.
Love a good antitrust suit.
If it works.
So to TLDR, the deal is still on track for a September Q3 close, with the shareholders saying yes. But with the FCC's foreign ownership review, mainly on the Middle Eastern Sovereign Wealth Fund exposure, this main hurdle may delay things.
Which is good. From what I understand, Wade says, X million of the deal is tied up because of the Iran mess, but they're not sweating it. More promise of money for the deal.
Yeah, but who knows? Yeah.
Right.
Totally. Everything is very up in the air. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Okay. Court is going to jump over to film impacts. Film impact effects.
Yes. These effects are so good. One, if you are not a motion graphics After Effects extraordinaire, I am not either of those things, but I do want our videos to have a little bit of pizzazz, which I always think is a good thing. Feel free to use any of these, obviously, if you like them, or I hope that they're helpful in Film Impact. And I don't know if anybody's been subscribed to them before Adobe purchased them, but a lot of them are very social media, kind of making those videos good and improving those. But as far as cinematic stuff, I don't know how many of them I would really use, but they can add some flair, which is why I want to start with a rounded crop. And a lot of these, the point being is that it used to take so long to do all of these things in Premiere, and they don't take that long anymore. And you would have also had to have an annual $300 subscription to Film Impact to use all of this stuff. So we have saved ourselves sleep and $300, thank goodness. No star wipes. I'll think about it next time, though.
Next time.
So first, if you did not know that Film Impact is now a part of Adobe, or you didn't know what Film Impact was, it is an incredible website that has a bunch of motion graphics, transitions, effects, all of these things to make your videos shine. And the first one is Ashleigh and I have vlogs, and we wanted to start treating them more like a documentary. You're living the life, you're simply documenting it. And so how do we make our videos look a little bit more exciting or have a film look that we would want? I really like rounded crops. I just think they look like they're through a fun little camera. But let's go into Premiere and show you where Film Impact is. If you do not have it already, you're going to go to Window, Extensions, Film Impact Dashboard. Then you click on it. A box will pop up here, and I just simply dock mine down here, but you can dock it wherever you want. And then something I want to do is I want to simply round the corners. That is something that has been a headache in Premiere for a long time, but no more. Let's see. Whoops. Let's go to rounded crop. Okay, there are a couple different ways in which you can add effects. One, you can just search them in here. You will see that they have a little bit, well, there's one way to apply them here, which it kind of decides where it's going to apply it. Or, so actually, we'll click on this and we'll apply it here. And so now it's immediately rounded all four just with 2 clicks. And I don't have to worry about cropping, keyframe, none of these crazy things. And I'm going to scale down just a little bit. And now we have a rounded crop. You can add a really cool color grade on it. And now you have a vintage film look for something like a vlog, which I think Ashleigh and I could really utilize. But having rounded corners this easy is amazing. Also, within all of these, make sure that you have your effects controls open, and then you'll be able to fix all of the fun stuff if there's anything that you want to tweak. And that is the beauty of all of these controls, is that there is so much control within each one. But I really like this rounded crop. It's subtle, and especially for horizontal video, I think that it works beautifully. So yeah, that is one, and that is very easy. I will certainly be using this. And if I want to, I'll show you on another effect, but if I were to add a rounded crop I can also go to my effects and go that way, which is outside of the Film Impact dashboard. So not for this one particularly, I'll show you another one. But when you drag and drop this way, it allows you to decide where in the clip you want it. Whereas if you just click apply, it'll decide if it's on the front end, if it's on the back end, and you don't have much leniency. Whereas this, I can click, drag, and drop wherever on the video that I need it to be. And again, I'll show you on the next one. Okay.
Hummus is a rounded crop, unsilenced Chris Arco says.
That's right. Okay, I'm not gonna drink water.
Fedora says, good tip. Just saved a crop load of time.
That's right. Okay. So if we're going to do a quick little logo here and we want to animate this, I'm going to go into the Film Impact dashboard and let's go to animation so you can see the type of things that you can do. And the beauty of having the Impact dashboard here is it shows you a preview of what all of them look like. Thank goodness. But I'm going to go to spin motion.
This is a great sharecropper, Mo says, and Santa Fe Audiovisual. It does come in a round container at Arco.
Oh my God. All right, so we've got our spin motion. I just have our little CA logo just for this. And how easy was that? How quick? It's insane. And as you saw, as I pushed the apply button, it added it to the front and back. So now I have something that's really quick, like, hey, I want this for a quick YouTube video, shwip, and then your video starts. It's that easy. And it looks really good. It's not just something that spins. Do y'all remember when I was working on Hindsight and I was keyframing the CD to do this?
Not anymore.
I don't have to do that anymore. I would have saved myself so much sleep. But let's get a little bit more in depth here because you can combine some, which I really enjoy. So let's do the spin motion again. And all right, so this is just on the front end, which is good. This is the same clip that I've just chopped up twice, so it only added it to the front, which is great. And then my second one, maybe let's do spin motion again, but let's go inside of the effect. Ew, see, look what it did. No, we don't want that.
Umo says, sometimes I doubt your commitment to sparkle motion. In Santa Fe, this is a massive time and energy saver. Yes.
It absolutely is. So see, I just went back into my effects instead of the Film Impact dashboard and I was able to drag and drop to the front of my video, whereas just applying it sent it right to the back. Also, what's really beautiful here is that in this effect in particular, when I click on it, the alignment, I can start at the cut. I can center, so if I have these clips in the middle, I can center this, not this one because it's not a transition, but I have these other options to be able to move where it sits on my clip. And then instead of spin motion, let's do, what do I want to do? Let's just see what happens. Okay, so let's add this. I'll have to fade it in, but adding different ones together can also make your logo look really good. So don't just get stuck on one.
But then also don't just add things to add things.
Correct. And then also remember there is the surprise me button, which on top of color mode is a way in which to teach you what is going on. So if you do surprise me and end up liking the effect, make sure you look down here and see what all goes into it so that way you can learn along the way. Okay, I've got not a lot of time. Let's move to motion tween. This one is super fun. I'm going to show you this really quick. Not that one. Okay. All right, motion tween. This one is super cool because you can do a lot of different things with it. You can do zoom in, zoom outs, which I'll show you in a sec, but you can also just do fun things in general. So let's go to my effects. Motion tween. Okay. Then I have my cut in my clip, which is exactly what I want. I'm going to add it to my first clip. And I'm going to add it just at the beginning. And then to get into my effects controls, as you can see, I dragged it and then I don't have anything over here. What's going on? If you click on the effect that's on the clip, you have to make sure that you click on that exactly. If you select this, nothing will happen. Or if I just select the clip, I won't see it. So you have to make sure that you select the effect specifically to get into those specific effect controls. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Cool. Then I want to do, look at all of these different presets. Very, very cool. I think I want to do easy pitch. Let's just try it. And the beauty of these is if they're too harsh, I can always ease in or ease out, which is just going to smooth that effect and smooth that curve graph out just a bit. So that looks a little chunky to me, but maybe if I take down the ease in, maybe we make it a little bit faster. It does a little bit.
Looks like it's just doing a nice little tumble in.
A little, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Then on this, I'm going to do, what do I want to do? Let's add it as a transition. So let's try to add it between. Let's see if it does it. There it goes. So now this is a transition and it's going to go between the two clips instead of just being one effect on the other, or one on each one. So now let's do something like bounce accent. Why not? So it doesn't have anything choppy in the middle, but it gives your logo just a little bit of extra bump if you need. And imagine how long this would have taken you in After Effects.
Forever.
Okay. Zooms. I know that this may seem like really simple stuff, but let me tell you, it's been so difficult in Premiere up until now. Zooms. We're going to still use motion tween because yes, you can bounce and roll and do all of the tumble fun, but we can also do slow zooms. Do you remember mommy issues? Because I do. I do. And now we don't have to worry about keyframing, which we absolutely love. Okay. So we're going to do motion tween again.
I don't know. I kind of like my keyframes.
Ashleigh,
I do.
for the sake of this demo, you don't like your keyframes.
Well, we can have nice things
Come
if
on,
we
add.
want the easy time saving way, but we still can do keyframes if we want.
That's
Just
true.
saying.
You could choose to not save your sleep. That's an option.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, come on, please add. I might not be able to show you this if it's not going to drag and drop to my clip. It might not. Okay, we'll come back to that one. All right, so let's say you have a vlog and you want to do a quick couple highlights for what you're showing. So for this, I only picked a couple. Ashleigh's happy. The hat was very exciting.
Yay.
We're at the Adobe booth and we saw the Little Miss Sunshine pop up. And then we're just happy to be here at an Adobe panel at Sundance 2026. But there's nothing happening. There's not really a lot going on other than just slow cuts. But let's make them more dynamic. And one that I've seen a lot that I really appreciate is the one that it just kind of zooms into itself and it just keeps going. So there's actually an effect that we can do that. Okay. So this one is called Motion Camera. Please drag onto my clip. Be a pal. Okay, can you go to another screen so I can reboot Premiere, please? Thank you.
Courtney's going to reboot Premiere so that hopefully we can get to see what that effect looks like to
Because they're so cool.
upscale your vlog to be a documentary. So this is a good question. If you are on YouTube and you see somebody say, this is my vlog versus this is my documentary, is there one that you're going to click on, or is it just dependent on the topic that that person is going over, or it's dependent on the person? What I've found is that by labeling something a documentary, we aren't going to get as many people that click on it because there is an expectation that it's a little bit more polished, where the vlog as a medium, as we found out through that one Adobe episode that we did, a vlog kind of covers everything. So it is interesting how audiences react on clicking into the same type of content, whether it's called a vlog or a documentary.
That is a great point. I do find that it's sad because when like, oh, well, that's a vlog, that doesn't count. You're like, you are just as easily and difficult, like having a difficult time documenting these things.
Totally.
Okay.
Good to switch over?
Sure. Motion tween is still being a sad panda, and I don't know why, but I can show you. Yeah, I don't know why that effect is being weird. I'll have to come back to that one and show you guys another time. But doing slow zooms. So as always, I'm going to have my clip here and I have adjusted which part I want to be zoomed into, or the scale in which I want to zoom in. There's a couple ways that I can do this. So first I have my original clip and then I'm going to zoom in. So I have the grow effect. And not only can we zoom in slowly, but we can also shrink it and go backwards. So we can go both directions. Oh, thank you, Arco. I see you bouncing along the bottom of the screen right now. You're the blue one, right? I feel like vlog is more documenting than it is a documentary. That's fair. That's fair.
And Umo says, I feel like documentary would make more of a chosen narrative. The vlog can jump to anything. Vidor, vlog is transitory. Fast food content. Documentary is serious, has intention. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so we've got our growth. A couple things that are really cool here is that I can keep, so in our mode under motion controls, I can keep a continuous, which means it'll just continue to zoom in all the way until the clip ends, or I can choose a destination. So I can say I want the target scale to be maybe this much. And then this clip will start and do a fast zoom based off of how fast this clip goes. And it'll zoom into that exact thing instead of just continuing to go all the way into this building across the street, whatever building that is. And I can also set my anchor points, which is really amazing because if we were to zoom in, let's say, let's drag this out a bit. If I were to zoom in at a continuous, maybe, I can't really tell it where it's going to go, but if I adjust my anchor points, so maybe we'll add a cut here, and maybe we'll say on this clip, I want it to zoom in on something closer to my face instead of just, if this zooms in, it'll probably end up on the camera, but I can adjust my anchor points and then it will decide, or I can decide, these anchor points, I can decide where it's choosing. So I can go over my face and try that and see what it does. And then I'm gonna scale, let's just get super, super zoomed. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I can also slow this down so I can ease it in and I can ease it out, meaning that it will start the zoom a little bit slower instead of being a super fast zoom. Oh, thank you, Jacob. I'm so sorry that the motion tween is not working because it's so cool, and that's the one that I was the most excited to show you guys.
Clever says maybe we need more words, new language, better descriptors for such things. Totally.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think that's good. But these can also be really good for quick zooms that you don't have to add if you want to make something comedic while someone's saying something funny. We can, instead of just doing a scale inward like this and then it's a harsh cut to whatever that is, a zoom can always make that more visually appealing. And that is all I have for you because the coolest things aren't working. But I will try to have this for next week and just jump in and show you really quick on top of the other things that I'll be demoing because they're very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are watching right now, please make sure that you hit that like button below this video. It helps boost us in the algo and it shows that people are watching and you are watching. So we want to make sure that everybody sees that and it's reflected and it helps us out a lot.
It does.
Yeah. For next time.
Yes, I'm going to show you motion camera and I'm going to show you motion tween, we hope.
Yeah, and these effects are crucial, especially right now, because if you have static video, I think the stat was that you need to have every 1.5 seconds there needs to be motion. And so whether that is you are cutting between clips or that you're doing zoom ins, that you are dynamically changing and entertaining the viewer, you really need to be mindful of these things. And with these plugins and effects through Premiere, you can drag and drop these effects to really pizzazz your vlog, your documentary, your content, whatever you would like to call it.
Yeah, exactly what you said is it doesn't have to be a cut every 1.5 seconds. It could just be some sort of movement or flare, which I think in its own way can kind of heal the attention deficit a little bit if you just add movement instead of different shots or
that's right,
cutting constantly.
Lizard brain needs moving pictures. Thanks yes. I hate it. Yeah, blah 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 humanity.
Does word art coming in from the side count as motion? Yes.
Yeah, you're bringing in something that is moving. Absolute motion. Yeah. Santa Fe, thank you for watching. Umo, Vidor, Jacob, Umo, Vidor, Santa Fe.
Thank you all so much.
Clever,
we will see you next week.
Jack, Wade.
We're going to be different people next week.
Chris. Gotta stop saying that, you know?
But we are. We always are.
JC, Wade, Uma, Vidor, Jacob, GSEP, Chris. Genuinely, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting us. I'm Ashleigh. This is Courtney. We're CA in LA. Courtney and Ashleigh in Los Angeles. Best friends, filmmakers, musicians,
And variety streamers.
We are live on twitch.tv tonight at CA in LA at 7 p.m. We would love to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in, Ohana. We appreciate you more than words. Young, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you all so much for being so involved in the commentary and in chat. Jacob, thank you so much for doing a great job modding, and make sure that you all are staying creative and getting lots of naps and snacks. We will see you next Wednesday. Take care. And Wade, thank you so much, Wade. Thank you so much, Jack. Thank you so much, Jacob.